A few months ago, I did these one-on-one strategy sessions where I talked to over 100 gringos on the phone or on Skype. On these calls, and in the thousands of messages I've received over the months, one issue keeps coming up over and over again. Fear. Your fear. Of getting out there and talking Spanish in real life. Of saying the wrong thing, the wrong way, in the wrong order. And even if you somehow manage to get the words out well enough to be understood, at first, there's almost no chance you'll understand what they say back to you, so you're standing there like an idiot. My advice is always the same. Get over it. One of our main jobs as Spanish learners is to get out there and use the stuff we've learned, even though we know it's not going to go well at first. But there's no way to go directly from zero to fluent. There are many stages in between, full of frustration, embarrassment, and blank stares. It's our job to work through all that, to keep going. We've got to repeatedly put ourselves in situations where we're far from perfect. We've got to get out there, say the words the best we can, close our eyes, and hope for the best. We do this knowing we'll get better every time. We'll learn from our mistakes, eventually seeing progress, and if we stick with it, the promised land, fluency, whatever that is. Well, talk is cheap. Even though I've been there, where maybe you are right now, with the Spanish, it's been a while for me. I'm at the point, after a long time, where I can go up to anybody and say what I want in Spanish. I might not understand every word said back to me, but I'll get the gist for sure and be able to ask questions to get the rest. In short, I'm comfy with Spanish now. It doesn't scare me anymore. But I can still walk my talk. I can still follow my own advice, do something I'm scared of, put myself out there, and starting today, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. When this State of the Gringo address is done in a few minutes, I'll debut the first episode of my new show, Gringo on the Streets. Until now, almost every video I've released has been a Spanish quickie. For these grammar videos, I really take my time, organizing the information as well as I can for you. I write and edit the script, then shoot it in a well-lit studio with a teleprompter, then of course heavily edit it with the graphics and charts. But lately, I've been traveling a little more, and traveling with a full studio isn't always possible. Plus, as the videos have gotten more advanced, it's been taking me longer and longer to make each one. A recent preposition video I made took me an entire month. So that's why you've seen fewer videos from me lately. I'm traveling, and the videos take a lot longer for me to make now. Enter the new show, Gringo on the Streets. I want to keep making videos for you while I travel, but they're going to be totally different from the Spanish Quickies. I don't want to confuse anybody or ruin the reputation of the Spanish Quickies, thus the new show. Gringo on the Streets will show me or other gringos doing things in real life. Anything that happens to me or my friends in the streets of Spain this month is fair game, and I might go on a rant or two. But I ask you to bear with me. I know this first episode isn't the best video I've ever made. Parts of it are shot in the same style you're used to, but other parts were done with a cell phone and selfie stick, and then others with this special pair of glasses that have an HD camera right here. Since the camera's right between my eyes, I have to practice not moving my head incessantly like I apparently normally do. Also, the intensity level and high production values of the Spanish Quickies just aren't present right now. And I'm okay with all that. Like I said, I need to follow the same advice I give you with Spanish. Just get out there and start. Feel stupid. Be disappointed with yourself, but work through it. Keep going. Improve every time until you beam with pride. And that's exactly what I plan to do with Gringo on the Streets. You can help speed things along by giving me feedback. Leave a comment or send me a message. Tell me what you like and don't like. Give me ideas for future episodes. What can I show you on the streets that'll help you? And I promise, the Spanish Quickies aren't gone. Not by a long shot. I'm still just getting started with them. I'll simply make Spanish Quickies when I'm home and Gringo on the Streets when I'm on the road. And as far as the premium courses go, in the new year, I'll be more stable and able to set up my studio again. So in the first quarter of the year, I'll release the last 4 modules for Fun with Words. In the second quarter, I'll release Pronoun Boot Camp. Then in the third quarter, I'll release Preposition Boot Camp. Obviously, if you're a lifetime member, you'll get all those courses for free right when they're released. If you're not a lifetime member, you can become one at the link on the screen. That link is also below this video or in the description. Okay, one more thing before we get to the first episode of Gringo on the Streets. I was talking to my friend Mary the other day. I don't know how it began, but somehow I started talking about you. I told her how I basically locked myself in a room in the upstairs of my parents' house for the last 4 years and dedicated my life to making the Spanish videos. I didn't do anything else, almost literally. I said no to lunch and dinner invitations, no to my family, no to my friends, and no no to myself. It was so extreme, most around me were a little worried. And they had reason to be. For the first 2 years, I made absolutely no money. I look back on those times now and wonder, how the heck did I keep going? But then I quickly remember, my income might have been negative for 2 years, but I was able to survive on you, your comments, your messages. That's what kept me going. For real. I put my life in your hands, and instead of crushing me, you told me I was good. Have you ever gotten a compliment like, you're funny, then strive to meet that expectation? That's what you gave me. You told me I was good, so I tried my best. Now back to the conversation with Mary. I looked at her with glassy eyes at this point and said so seriously, I owe everything to my people. I love my people. Thank you, Mary, for pulling those words out of my mouth that day so that I can repeat them here right now for my gringos. I appreciate you. Thank you. Gracias. And if I'm the most emotional Spanish teacher you've ever had, I don't care. I'll pull down your underwear. Here's the first episode of Gringo on the Streets. Okay, we are on the streets with my new friend Leslie. Leslie, where are you from again?
I'm from Berlin, Germany.
Berlin, Germany. And do you speak Spanish? Do you have any history with Spanish?
Not really, so I can do a little Spanish, so very basic Spanish. I had it in school like 10 years ago maybe, so...
Have you ever ordered ice cream or gelato in Spanish?
No, I haven't.
So this is her first time ordering ice cream and gelato in Spanish, and that's what we're talking about in this video. I'm gonna teach her off camera exactly how to order ice cream in Spanish. 2 scoops, 1 scoop, in a cone, things like that. And then she's gonna go do it. After we did that little intro off camera, we went up to the window and Leslie picked out the 2 flavors she wanted. She picked dulce de leche and melon cantalupo. Dulce de leche is a confection made from sweetened milk. In practice, it's a caramely type substance. Dulce de leche is obviously an ice cream flavor, but the real deal is spread on bread, cookies, or whatever, like Nutella basically. In Argentina, dulce de leche is everywhere. In the supermarket, there was an entire section dedicated to it. Different brands, gourmet, everything. I remember one time I was getting gelato with my friend Manuel in Argentina, and he asked if they had dulce de leche. Boy, did they. They had 5 different varieties of dulce de leche. Good pick, Leslie. The second flavor she picked was melon cantalupo. That should look pretty familiar. Melon, cantaloupe, literally, but that's just what they say for cantaloupe. With her flavors picked, we walked away and I taught her how to construct this sentence. This took 1 or 2 minutes, and if I had it to do over again, I would have recorded it next time. I taught her to say un cucurucho con 2 bolas de dulce de leche y melon cantalupo. That means a cone with 2 scoops of dulce de leche and cantaloupe. Let's dissect that a bit. Cucurucho is the word they use here in Spain for cone. Does that seem weird to you? Cucurucho? It does to me. What a weird word. I've always said un cono for an ice cream cone. But the night before shooting this video with Leslie, I told Manuel what the plan was, and he quickly corrected me. Don't say cono here, say cucurucho. I looked it up when I got home, and wordreference.com says cucurucho is used for an ice cream cone in Argentina, and now obviously in Spain also. But cono is what's commonly used in most of Latin America, and it would have worked here too. Then for scoops, in Spain at least, and I think most of Latin America too, they use the word for balls or bolas. So 1 scoop would be una bola, and 2 scoops would be 2 bolas. And that's all there is to it. You only need to learn 2 words in Spanish, cucurucho or cono, then bolas plus your flavors. And the flavors are almost always labeled, so you can just read them if you can't remember how to say them. Okay, let's get back to the streets.
Hola. What does I want? I would like.
Don't even say that stuff. Just say un cucurucho, por favor.
I say hola.
Yeah, you could say that.
Hola. Un cucurucho, por favor. Con?
Yep.
Con de...
Con 2. 2 bolas.
Con 2 bolas de dulce de leche y melon cantalupo.
Very good. I had to think about it really hard. Okay, let's do it again. And the louder you are, the more she's going to hear you, and the less there's a risk that she's going to ask you something you don't understand. Okay?
Okay. Hola. Un cucurucho con 2 bolas de dulce de leche, dulce de leche y melón cantalupo.
Perfect. Do it again.
Hola, un cucurucho con dos bolas de dulce de leche y melón cantalupo.
Yeah, one more time.
Hola, un cucurucho con dos bolas dulce de leche y melón cantalupo.
Okay. I'm so sorry for the shaky camera. That footage was taken from this pair of glasses, which has an HD camera right here. So you see whatever I see, and obviously I shake my head a lot. I'll try to do better next time.
Hola, un cucurucho con dos bolas de mediano, con dulce de leche y melón cantalupo.
You did so well. That was awesome.
Gracias.
¿Cuánto es?
2.80.
You did so well.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple unexpected things came up when Leslie was ordering. She said un cucurucho, just like she was supposed to, and the lady understood her right away. Cool. But then Leslie got an unexpected question. The lady asked pequeño, mediano o grande. That means small, medium, or large. This didn't faze Leslie a bit. While she first answered in English, medium, she said, she quickly looked at the labels on the counter and said mediano, the Spanish word for medium. But the lady probably would have understood medium too. It's close enough to mediano to be understood, especially with context. After that, everything went according to plan until the lady asked another question, ¿Qué más? This question, along with its big sister, algo más, are some of the most common questions you'll hear when traveling in a Spanish-speaking country. ¿Qué más means what more, not nearly as common as algo más, which means something else or anything else. You can answer both questions the same way every time, nada más, nothing more or nothing else. Now that you know what to look for, here's the last part one more time.
Hola, un cucurucho con dos bolas de mediano, con dulce de leche y melón cantalupo.
You did so well. That was awesome.
Gracias.
¿Cuánto es?
2.80.
Yeah.
Now the point of this video is obviously to teach you how to order ice cream in Spanish, but it's more than that. Have you ever seen the Spanish quickie I made called the bare minimum method? If not, you should check it out. In that video, I tell you it's impossible to become fluent in Spanish overnight, but it's actually pretty easy to prepare for most situations like ordering ice cream and then just do it. Not only will you get what you want, but you'll feel absolutely awesome. And that feeling is like a drug. It just makes you want to get out there and do more, say more, get more. I call that the Spanish high. This video was in part inspired by a message I got from my friend Christina the other day. I taught Christina how to ask directions in Spanish even though she barely speaks any Spanish. She took it in high school many moons ago, but never used it in real life and forgot it all. Because Christina is so courageous, we went to the streets immediately to test it out. Of course, it worked, and Christina loved it. Check out the message she sent me the next week. I found a small local craft store and bought 2 types of markers, permanent and dry erase marker, speaking Spanish the whole time. It was the smallest of interactions for the clerk, I'm sure, but it was such a cool feeling and sense of accomplishment for me. Enough to the extent that I thought this other man on the street was throwing away an awesome cooler, and I asked in Spanish if I could have it. He said no, but I almost got it. Your impromptu Spanish lessons on the street last week have made me feel a lot more comfortable. And did you see how easily Leslie ordered ice cream, even though she obviously knew little Spanish and didn't exactly have perfect pronunciation? It doesn't matter. I hope you enjoyed this video, but really, I hope it inspires you to get out there and speak some Spanish. Even the littlest interactions, just saying hola and getting an hola back is a win. It's enough to get the Spanish high. Then use that awesome feeling to propel yourself to get out there and say more and feel even more amazing. Can you say virtuous circle? Celebrate every win. Hasta luego. Adios, amigo. Test, okay.
Test.
I'm not sure. I think look at the camera. We are on the streets right now with Leslie. We are on the. Okay, ready? This is what I do. I stop and then go.